Hi, this is Prashant Kanha. I am an advocate on record in the Honorable Supreme Court of India. In this video, I am going to talk about transfer petition of matrimonial disputes. When it comes to transfer of a case, transfer of a case from one state to another state or from the court of one state to court of another state, then the jurisdiction exclusively rests with the Honorable Supreme Court of India under the Code of Civil Procedure as well as under the Code of Criminal Procedure, which now is known as the Bharatiya Nagrik Suraksha Sanhita. So if it's a criminal case between husband and wife, then also Supreme Court. If it's a civil case between husband and wife, then also Supreme Court of India needs to be approached. When a husband and a wife fight, there are so many number of cases that arise, starting from restitution of conjugal right to domestic violence complaint by wife to section 498, that is prohibition of demand of dowry, thereafter child custody matter, divorce matter, adultery matters, and such matters are aplenty there which are contested between husband and wife. Nowadays, even cases of injury, simple injury, grievous injury are also registered by the relatives of the husband and wife or by the husbands themselves, that the wife caused simple or grievous injuries to their mother or their family members, and complaint is registered or FIR is registered. Cases of theft, fraud, misrepresentation, cheating are also registered by husbands or by the wife against each other. So these cases between husband and wife can broadly be categorized or termed as matrimonial dispute. So as I said, or as I counted, there can be around half a dozen of cases between husband and wife, and these cases are filed at the place of convenience of these parties. Means the husband files the cases at a place where he resides only to harass the other side, maybe, or to harass the other side, or the wife also files, though the jurisdiction of filing the cases at the behest or on behalf, or the wife can file all the cases at her place, though it may not, or the court may not have the absolute jurisdiction, but somehow wherever the wife resides, it has got the jurisdiction to try the cases between husband and wife. So when it comes to transferring of cases, you'll have to approach the Honorable Supreme Court of India by filing a transfer petition. So if a wife is approaching for transfer of a case which has been filed by husband at a distant location, he can approach the Honorable Supreme Court and file a transfer petition, which is in a form of petition, and supply the documents pertaining to the case that has been filed by the husband. Definitely you will come to know about such cases once the summon or the notice has been issued to you, and with the notice you will receive the copy of the petition that has been filed, and as well as the order of the first date and the notice. So these documents are required to be annexed in the matter, and you can also give a brief background of the dispute between the parties, and you can also give the details about the cases which are pending between both the parties and their locations, and whether any previous matter has been transferred or not. So to make out a case of transfer, you'll have to prove the ground that to meet the end of justice, transfer is required. This is the word which is used in the provisions also, that ends of justice should be met for transferring of the case. So how do you satisfy these grounds? So satisfying these grounds, you may have your legal requirement of jurisdiction, that the case which is sought to be transferred is at a wrong jurisdiction, or the better jurisdiction lies with the court where you want to get the case transferred. The second ground is usually of the convenience of the party or the petitioner which is seeking the transfer. So supposedly if it's a wife, she can claim that the distance between these locations is very far, there is no good transport facilities, the wife lives with a child of young age, and she has to look after her, she has to look after her husband, and also she is of young age and she does not have anybody to escort her to the place where the case has been filed. There can be other ground also, that she has security risk at the next new place where she will have to contest the case. Another ground is financial problems, that traveling, staying, lodging will all cause high financial trouble to the wife. So these are certain grounds on the basis of which transfer of a case instituted by husband can be sought to be transferred from the husband's location to the wife's location. There are also cases where husband can also approach the Honorable Supreme Court for transfer of cases filed by wife. So sometimes what happens that a wife may have filed a case at a distant location, maybe at a place where she was residing with her family, but she filed the case there, but she may not be residing there and residing at some other place. Or even sometimes it happens that both the parties may be residing at a metropolitan city, but she may have filed the case in the native place where the husband may have got attacked, or he may be having security concerns of approaching that place, and previously he may have felt security threat, or he may have been beaten up there, threatened there. So in all these circumstances where the malafide of the wife can be demonstrated through documentary evidence, through documentary proofs that the case has been instituted malafidely at a distant location, in that scenario the husband can also get allowed the transferred petition. Once you file the transfer petition before the Honorable Supreme Court on the first date, the court, if the court is satisfied that there are sufficient ground for transferring the case, then it will issue notice to the other party, and at the same time also stay the proceeding of the case of which the transfer is sought. So let us say restitution of conjugal right, or there is a case of divorce petition, or there is a case of child custody. So the Honorable Supreme Court will also stay these proceedings on the first date. It will issue notice to the other side, to the husband or the wife, whosoever is the respondent, and stay will be granted. And normally 4 weeks time is given that the other party appears, files counter affidavit, means the reply to the averments or the petition that has been filed, and then put forth their contention for not transferring of the case. If in 4 weeks the matter is listed and the party is not present, and there is a report from the registry of the Supreme Court with the post office report that the notice have been served but nobody has appeared, in that scenario the matter will be decided ex parte. Second opportunity is usually not granted by court for issuing notice if it is satisfied, or if the satisfactory report has come that notice was well served upon the respondent or the opposite party. So if in case you are a party who has filed a case, and the other side, the husband or wife, has filed a case in Supreme Court for transfer of the matter, and you have received notice from Supreme Court and decided not to appear before the Supreme Court, in such circumstances there is very high likelihood that the Honorable Supreme Court will transfer the matter, specifically in a situation where there was initially the Honorable Supreme Court granted interim relief of stay. So if you are not appearing, just believe that the matter will be transferred. In exceptional circumstances it may not be transferred, but in most of the circumstances it will be transferred. These matters are usually heard in the as the top 10 cases in the Supreme Court on every day. Also, the Honorable Supreme Court, if both the parties appear on the second date of listing, in those scenarios or circumstances, the Honorable Supreme Court also tries to get the matter amicably settled between the parties by referring the matter to the mediation center of the Honorable Supreme Court. In mediation, the parties can talk about the issues, settle their issues amicably by entering into a settlement agreement, and in this mediation proceedings, even the criminal cases between the parties are squashed, divorce is granted, and for permanently they can be free of all these cases and free of the relationship as well. However, the settlement must be reasonable and must not be must not be exclusively in favor of one of the parties. So this was something about the transfer petition in the Honorable Supreme Court. If you have any query, you can write down in the comments and I will also try to answer. Thank you so much for watching the video. If this helps you anyhow, please do like the video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much.